Hello there, let's talk today about how to add the Hikvision IP camera to the iVMS 4200. So that's the software, right? Here I have the camera connected to my switch and connected to my computer. And basically I can see the image via web browser, and then I can also add via iVMS 4200, right? So the first thing that I have to do is make sure the camera is working. Here I have the SADP2 that can check the camera and the camera is active. Here I have the IP address. So just make sure you have the correct IP address for your network, right? It needs to be in the same range of your network. See here, for example, I have 192.168.0.64. That's the camera IP address range, which is in the same range of my network. If I come here to the network, I go to Ethernet settings, and I see here on the advanced options that my Ethernet card is using this IP range. Let me just click here on the Internet Protocol version 4 and properties. I see here my IP address. That's in the same range of the camera, right? 0 dot something. So let me just come back here, and now I'm sure that I have the same IP range of the camera, and I have access via the web browser. As you can see here, that's the IP address of the camera on the top. And I can just bring the software. Here is the software, the iVMS 4200. And here you can come to this part here that you can load this menu and device management. Okay, when I click here to device manage, I can look for the camera, just doing the refresh here, and the software is going to find your camera on the network. If it doesn't, like mine, for example, sometimes it does not find it, then you just need to click here to add and type here the camera's IP name. Let's say Hikvision IP camera. You can give any name you want. Hikvision IP camera, and here the IP address, right? So 192.168.0.64. Okay, so that's the IP address that I have for my camera. I changed the IP address from the default one. So that's the one from my network. And here I need to type the username and password. So that's the one that I'm using for the camera. Here we go. And I click add and wait for the camera to connect. So at first it's offline because it's trying to communicate with the camera. And if the password is correct, it's going to go online here, right? So for some reason it's not working, incorrect username and password. So let me just try again. I did some mistake there. Let me just come back here and input the password again. So let me just put here the password for this camera. Hit edit, and now it's online, right? So it's important to have the correct password, otherwise you're gonna see an error here. And now that's working, it's online here. You just come here to the main menu again, okay? And you can find your camera here. Just click on the camera and click here on this icon, and then the camera goes online here on my live view. So it's basically working right now, right? I just need to go to the device management and add my camera there, and I'm ready to go. And then I can also see in different configuration here. If I change here the setup, for example, for a different number of cameras, I can have more than one camera here showing up on this iVMS 4200, right? So pretty simple. That's the way you add an IP camera, Hikvision IP camera, to the iVMS 4200. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, leave your thumbs up and your comments, and I see you in the next one.